Hey guys, Spooks here, and we are back with some more Stanley Parable. Sorry, my nose started itching. I have no idea how many episodes of this I'm going to do, because I don't think there's an actual, set you beat the game ending. So, I guess we'll just go for as long as you guys want to see it. Thinking maybe we'll do 2 or 3 more. Kind of what I'm thinking to really get the endings I know of.
This is the story of a man.
Yeah, we know about Stanley. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Computers.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
There's
room.
gotta be
Perhaps
something
he had simply
with these
missed a memo.
computers, right?
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I'm trying to think what else we could do differently. Because there's still a lot of stuff to go in the boss's office.
When Stanley came to a set of 2
we're
open
actually
doors,
not
this was
going to go
not
this
the correct
way.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
You got it. Beautiful.
Yes, truly a room.
Sorry, I know I'm
worth
kind of
admiring,
speeding
but
through
eager to
this,
get
but I
back
want
to
to find new
business,
content for
Stanley
you
took the
guys.
first open door on his left.
In that one? Nah, I'm good. I think the last time we
Stanley
did
was
this,
so
we just
bad
walked
at
off
following
the edge.
directions. It's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So we're going to not do that this time.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
It's possible.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing
I
your
thought we
trust in
froze.
someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you
Here's
all this time.
Flipping out.
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten.
Is it my wife that's may or may not be fake?
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself.
No.
I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside.
Nah, I'm good.
To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
No.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her.
I'm gonna
If
do
you
it.
can truly place your
I
faith
think
in
I've already
another,
done this ending. Dang it.
then pick up the phone.
Okay, plug it.
As Stanley picked up the phone,
again.
a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited one... Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley,
Yeah.
did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, I did.
No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes
That's
in,
not how it
fade
goes.
to white,
He's
roll
full of
credits.
lies.
Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I
Surprise.
don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Oh.
You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe
Talking to
I
me
was so
now.
mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as
That's
though
what I
you
was going
completely
for.
ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my
Unnecessarily?
watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person.
It's true.
But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person
That's
named
strapping
Stephen
him, lad.
has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which
Sorry,
choice
what?
would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and
What?
at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought,
That's fair.
then provide an
Thought.
excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
I'm sorry, what? It is 4:30. I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend
so
making at
pointy.
least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your
I don't
choices are
know.
actually meaningful and
Like,
whether
if you
you'll
really
ever
stop to
make
think
a
about it,
significant
how many
contribution to
choices
the
do you
world,
make a day?
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside.
Oh.
At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
They're gonna be the hallway. I mean, the 2 doors. Oh, come on. Oh, he's completely fenced this off.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying.
Yeah, I've done that
Imagine
before.
the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story.
Imagine that, that's
would
crazy.
make no sense at all.
Oh, I get to go
We
here
just need to
now.
get you home as soon as possible before the
Interesting.
narrative contradiction gets any worse.
Oh,
Unfortunately,
no. Dang
it
it.
seems this place is not well
I
equipped
want
to deal
there.
with reality.
I wonder if there's a way I can time me jumping off. I have a key card. There's a key card in here, though. Am I going like all the way back?
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and
I'm gonna
you'll
go on
be
the door on
home
the right.
free in the real world.
Nope.
Now remember, all you
And
need to do
library.
is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly
Sure hope so.
and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just
Am I
follow
right?
my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Freaking out a little bit.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh my
Quickly,
goodness.
hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too
Oh.
late.
There'll be something I can do with this stuff over here. I can push it or pull. Can I go in here? Oh, come on. No, let me make the wrong decision. Please. Let's try going backwards. Okay, well. Lane.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe after everything we talked about that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
Oh, that's
For what?
trippy.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
Oh, things are
The
getting
answer,
worse and
what do I do?
worse.
What do I do? What do I...
Oh.
No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
No, don't shut it down. I like this. This is wild. Oh. The aliens are coming. is kind of scary.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You, who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
I am like
He
Stanley.
actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Actually kind of makes me uncomfortable.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child. Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Was that an
I'm
ending?
quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Still gonna enter the door on the right. If it ends up doing the same exact thing again, you guys aren't gonna see it because I'm gonna cut it out.
No!
Poop.
Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. His behavior.
The game really is breaking.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
There's nothing. There is not a... Yeah, it's just a black screen. Oh, I got an achievement. You can't jump. Learn that the hard way. Okay, I can't jump. I can't. Okay, I think I legit broke the game. We're gonna begin it again. Because I think that was a ending. I'm gonna try to jump off and get to that
All of his
side.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting
Maybe
room.
that wasn't an
Perhaps he
ending.
had simply missed a memo.
I don't know. Because I'm not getting any more of the passcode thing. Wait. Oh shoot, it's gonna be all done in one sitting.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was
No.
not the correct way to the meeting room. And
I'm gonna try to get
Stanley
onto
knew
that
perfectly
catwalk.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
There's gotta be a way into there. There's gotta be, you know?
Wow.
Gorgeous.
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Oh, you mean that one?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't
Looks like there
5
might
years
be a
ago.
way. I'm gonna have to time it. I'm gonna have to time it good. It's where I fall off.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go in
Really,
there. That is my goal.
I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stan.
Dang it!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley.
Whoops.
Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Thanks. Okay. Well, that
All of his
not what I
co-workers
was
were
going
gone.
for.
What could it mean?
Well,
Stanley
we've got different
decided to go
computers
to the
lit up this
meeting room.
time, so
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
hey. I'm gonna get down to that. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
When Stanley came to a set of two
No.
open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah, I do know
Perhaps
it
he wanted to
perfectly well.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this? But
Hey, that's
eager to
actually
get
different.
back to business, Stanley took the
Last time he was
first
like,
open door on
gorgeous.
his left.
No. Okay, so maybe.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story... What? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
Yes.
that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why,
Yes, I
I don't
really
know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful.
This
Look,
is
let me
secret,
prove
bro.
it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
No.
Now listen carefully, this is important.
New
Stanley
doors.
walked through the red door.
Ah, yes, the blue door.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked
Through
through
the
the
blue
red
door.
door.
The blue door. Gotcha.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red
Blue door.
All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well,
just
don't
gonna
let
loop?
me stop
Oh.
you. You see, there's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate
Right,
these
those other
strange and
doors.
unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so
I'd like
far.
either. I mean, the only vehicle I've seen is that
Let me
car.
take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something. Where do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door? Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from.
I think
except
next
that
I'm gonna try doing this
I
and
felt it in
then
my soul.
rate it a
You
1.
can't teach that,
See what he
Stanley.
says.
Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Worldwide leaderboard. That's cool.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some play testing.
Oh, really?
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let
I'd
me
love to.
boot it up.
Ooh, making a new game.
In this game,
I've seen pictures of this.
left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game.
I mean,
all about the
in the
desperation and
choices
tedium of
commercial-
endlessly confronting
not
the
commercial.
demands of family life. I think
Sorry.
the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
So when it was like you need to make a choice between saving or burning children.
You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience
I
for
mean,
me.
that was a fun game.
I'm not even going to try. I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable.
You're welcome.
Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
Ooh,
Let's see.
what are we playing?
What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Ooh. Changing games.
Well, Stanley, is this any better?
Yes.
At last, the one thing you've always desired.
I
A
still
game
can't
I
jump.
had absolutely nothing to do with. But is it enough? Tell me that, Stanley.
It's perfect.
Will it ever be enough?
This is
And
perfect.
I'll say this.
This is all I
I'm
wanted.
done making things for you.
I really
From
just
now
wanted
on, I
Minecraft.
will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
I want to build a house. Oh,
This will go here. No, here. And then...
I like it.
Let's see, what
It's a
does it
good
mean?
house.
Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes.
Oh, this is
It's
gorgeous.
complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Okay. I can't.
Isn't it grand?
It
Isn't
is.
it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond.
Yes.
Diamond everything.
Finally, his eyes are
Come along,
opened.
Stanley. We have to go mining.
Do, 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 do. Ooh, a mine. Cool. I haven't played Minecraft in a while.
My, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
Here's some coal.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly
Don't take me
irrelevant.
away from
This
Minecraft.
won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the
No.
diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Now I just really want to play Minecraft. Wait, is this? Yes.
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself.
Love
What is
Portal.
this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the
He
hell
would
this
love
is.
GLaDOS.
Oh, it's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. Your forte.
That's true. Do, do, do. Badunk. Oh, whoops.
Genius.
Badunk. 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 Badunk it. There we go. Do, do, do. I really just want GLaDOS to like
No,
come out
actually,
of
you know what? I think that's plenty.
Hey, no.
I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games.
I don't think I was supposed to do that. Part of me thinks that was not what I was supposed to do. Oh. Is this Stanley's office just in the ghetto? Huh. The door on the right. Mr. Narrator's gone. It's over here. Oh gosh dang it, did I just... What's my office look like in this? Kind of like low-key waiting for a jump scare. Part of me thinks I wasn't supposed to do this. Oh, that wasn't the answer.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice. And if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
I'll be
The
back.
end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
That was kind of scary. Oh, hey. We found an ending. Wait, you guys can't see that.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Weird how that happens.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
There.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So that definitely wasn't ending. So there's gotta be the input. Wait, is there no input screen on this? There, nope. This looks different.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Actually, that will have to wait till next time. So, if you guys like this video, check out the other videos I've got down below. And leave me a comment. Tell me what you'd like to see me play or what stupid thing I could have done better. Until next time, stay spooky.